Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Kyle, and welcome back to my continuing show through, I guess, of Minecraft. And I say show through because this isn't really a playthrough. This is more of a just showing people around the Minecraft world that me and my family built over the last 12 years and seeing if anybody thinks it's kind of cool. Anyhow, at this point, we have another lake out front that is constantly draining, just like that one. The front area looks quite a bit different here. We have a nice path that leads to and from the town now, which is cool. And you can actually see the castle in the background. So let's go into... So this here, this path, does indeed lead all the way back to the original spawn zone. Which I will not go all the way there, but I'll at least walk down the path a bit to show everybody what we added. That's pretty much it. Again, down the path a ways here, eventually we do add some other houses down there and some folks that live in those houses, but for now it was just a path that most of the way was also lit. So if you wanted to go back and forth throughout the day, the night, whatever, you could, and your path would always be lit. Doesn't the town look different? Wow, that guy's up on a balcony at the lodge. That's right, we have a lodge now. So, I will head over to the castle and kind of show everybody. So this area is pretty much the same. We have the workshop. What? Ugh. We have the armory. We have the alchemy lab. We have some houses. And beyond those houses, we have my son's tower, which I don't think gets any taller yet. I swear it gets taller eventually. Maybe I'm mistaken. Or maybe it is taller now and I don't notice it. I don't know what the redstone was for, but whatever. And I will take you to the highest place, which is now obviously the castle. And we have some horses. The moat did expand a bit, I believe. Oh no, I haven't yet expanded the moat. I expand it out this way eventually, but I haven't done so yet. So inside my son's tower... Oh boy. He had redstone everywhere. By now, I think he was probably 10 or 11. I can't really remember for sure. And he is not as organized as I. But that's okay. And again, everything you see built, we hand mined all of it. So the castle, every single brick was mined by hand. This is the lodge. I guess I'll show the lodge first. So this is out by where we had the baths. So if you wanted to go and have a nice soak, you could. And there's some animals and some crops being grown. And inside the lodge, you had the bar, which my daughter, she ran the bar. And then you had different rooms, so you could rent out this room for the evening and stay here, and the lights, you know, turn on the lights as you wish. Wow. I don't think there's a single room without a balcony anymore. The lodge has been expanded quite a bit. I swear there are a couple of rooms with balconies. Oh, they might be upstairs. Oh, this room probably has a balcony. Nope, I was mistaken. Hold, please. So if you go up here, there should be... So this was the dance hall where everybody could come to dance. And then the dance hall did have a lovely... Did you just fall? Why? What are you doing? So the dance hall did have a lovely balcony that you could go out. Oh, see, there's a balcony off of a room lodge. So, wonderful little area. It was very nice to watch the moon rise or the sun rise and look off into the desert and into that forest. That forest is actually no longer even there. You'll see that eventually. But if you came over to this room at the lodge, this was an individual room that you could rent out. This was a deluxe suite that also had its own private balcony. And you could just look out. And at this point, it was pretty safe in here. Yes, this was before phantoms showed up, and I still don't... Phantoms still are a bit of a problem at night, but they're not too bad. But there's not many dangers wandering around. It's really bright in most areas, so that's been fine. Again, I apologize if the game audio is actually too loud. I have not watched any of these back yet. I will do that shortly. After this save, when I go to the next one, I will watch one of these real quick and see how horrible it's been. This is the castle. And the very first thing I will show is if you come over here and you break through and you go down, you have to go down a bit of a ways, but if you come down a ways, you will find rooms where we have mined all of the bricks for the castle, which if you come to this room now, it extends to bedrock. I have dug it all out, and there's a separate one as well. There were other rooms that we had dug out, but that was the main room that I dug out for a lot of the castle bricks. My children went out, and they also mined a ton elsewhere. The other thing that we wanted to do was we wanted to mainly preserve the look of the land. So, like, you weren't just allowed to strip mine a hill to nothing. You could dig down a ways and dig under it and then, you know, mine out underneath. But you're not allowed to just trash the place. By the place, I mean the environment. So you could go up the steps. Are there doors here yet? There are, okay. So in these doors, this is kind of a workshop storage area, which I had not yet used this. But we did utilize this for cobblestone, regular stone, stone bricks, wood, different variants of wood. And the castle is nice and cool. You can look out over everything. But let's go to the highest point of the castle. And if somebody wants me to show them around the castle more, I can do that. We didn't really have any set rooms yet. There's the front door that we came in a minute ago. And there's where we went down to find the mine. So if you come up these steps, you're basically right at the workshop. And you could go up even further. Up here. We didn't really... there was not really a rhyme... Wow, why are you guys trapped in here? Okay. We didn't really have a rhyme or reason to the castle at this point. I'm not... Oh, if you break this brick, there's nothing. The castle is not completed. Even to this day, we don't have every room named. My eldest son took this room as a bakery, which was cool. Moving on, though, I believe... Is this the top of the castle at this point? This might be about the peak. This is not as high as I can go later, and I'll show you. So if we look out over the town, you can see what we have. It is fully converted, so everything in here. Now, granted, the grass that you see is only 1 brick deep. Oh, it's not fully converted. I haven't yet finished that area. So this is before the area was fully converted to woodland, grassland, whatever you want to call it. I guess it's grassland is what it would be. Now, granted, the biome still shows up as desert, and it never rains here. But it does rain just beyond the castle. So once you're up here, though, the facade of the castle falls away very quickly. It looks cool from the angles I have shown you. It is not completed, though. And as you can see, if we come out the back of the castle, yeah, there's just floors. There's no walls. It's not pretty from back here. Uh-oh. Can I jump? I can't even jump that, I bet. Okay. This was to be me and my wife's main room. So if we come down here, jump down here. If we close that, as you can see again, it just goes into the world. So the illusion falls away very quickly at this point. This was going to be the master bedroom, though, at this point. I don't know if it still is right now or not. But there we are. And that is the extent of what we had done at this point. I am now going to jump us way ahead, I think. Let's see, the next one that I'm going to show everybody, I think it has a bigger castle. There might be some other changes as well. Oh, shoot, I'm not as high as I can go. Hey, what are you doing? Get out of here. Ooh, I'm a monster hunter. I will end at the very top here, so we'll go out and get a view of the area as high as we can be. Well, maybe not as high as we can be, but as high as we can be, looking out over the main bulk of the town. And again, keep your eye out in the distance here and here and here, because there's gonna be more stuff. Same thing for the back. I guess I should show that real quick. Should I cheat a little bit here? I will. Keep an eye out back here as well, because this is all desert. I think none of that is desert. And while this mountain is here, I don't think any of that's out there anymore as well. I'll be right back. Okay, so here we are again. We're back in pretty much the same location too, on top of the castle. You can see I have completed the area here. That was a shop that my son built after I completed the grassland. I forget what he sold out of there. I think it was primarily breads and stuff. Actually, way over there, you can see some lava. He actually builds a town of netherrack and such, and nether bricks in that area eventually, which is kind of cool. His tower is indeed a little bigger. Oh, he built this dirt shape here in the shape of a golem for target practice, and he would shoot it from various locations in the town. You should be able to see now that that's the original wall. There is now an expansion to the town beyond that, and this out here is pretty much all crops. You can see also we have now a new bridge out over the moat and some more crops there. We have a tower built that connects all the way over to the main castle. This is a marketplace. We have a lot more in here. It's a lot busier. There's a lot more buildings and a lot more things going on. I am a little bit higher. I do not believe the castle itself has changed a lot. I have built it up some. It actually doesn't look like I've built it up some because I built an entire additional floor. But it looks like, wait, there was a ceiling before. Well, that's the ceiling at the old castle, and now it's a little bit different. I don't know if I had done any more work out here. My son built an outpost treehouse kind of thing there as well. I don't know why. We did eventually find another town really far away, and I built this road here that extends off into infinity. I built a road to that town as well. I don't know if we've been back very often since then, but that other town is out there. Not a whole lot else to show castle-wise. Again, oops, I thought the stairs were there, but they're there. Back here, look at that, castle walls. Hey, little guy. Castle walls. So the castle is complete on the sides, at least, now. We do have some towers. So if you wanted to cross the moat, look out, do some shooting, you could. And from this tower, you can easily climb down and actually make your way out. And now you are out and amongst the wilds. Let's see if we can head over to that other tower. That one over there. It was much nicer to have castle walls and castle... shoot, I've forgotten the word for these. Not buttresses. I'm forgetting everything. Somebody tell me in the comments. Battlements? No, these aren't battlements. I mean, they could be, but we don't have any cannons or anything. I don't know. There's a word for all of that. So a lot more to do in front of. Still not completely safe. There's still not light everywhere. And even to this day, there's not light everywhere in the town. But, oh, the moat also has changed to where the original moat goes under, and there's some sewers, some spooky sewers down in that area. Where are you? Where are you? There you are. But now the moat goes out that way as well, which is cool. Just stay where you are. Yeah, I hear you. You're great. The lodge is still the lodge and has not changed. So, in this save iteration, no real changes there. From here, you might be able to better see, yes, so the moat originally curves this way and goes out to that direction, and this was all new area. So if we suicide, ooh, this is all new area as well. We did have a golem out here protecting. I think at one point we had 2 or 3. Nice little bridge up and over the moat. And then I don't know if I took this walk in the last video out behind the lodge. But we do have some nice homes out here for villagers or whoever to inhabit. I think this one even has a basement. Yep. Nice little basement. Cool. Very nice. Then back this way, same alchemy lab, same workshop, same everything. Oh my goodness, I'm so hungry. Cows have moved to here. I think to this day, cows are still here. I think we're getting ready to move them, though. So here's a new bridge. This goes off the edge. Wow, all of this sand is gone. I've dug all of that out. And then we had sheep, pigs, and chickens. And that's pretty much it. I suppose I could run back to the castle real quick. This looks a little busier, too, and nicer, doesn't it? The well. I think this is the final iteration of the well. I don't think it's changed since. So I'll head back to the castle. I'll head back to the highest point. And the start of the next video, I will start once again from the highest point. Oh, wait. I've built more castle. The mine. I blocked it off because I had a problem of younger children of mine finding their way down here, getting lost, or falling to their death. But, yeah, this is a little bit... I've dug out a little bit more. And in fact, I believe we have our second dig that has begun at this point. Yep. Yeah, it's a lot of digging. A lot of digging. Oh my goodness. But it's okay. That's what we wanted to do. We wanted to do it ourselves. Or at least I did. At times, my children agreed. And at times, they were of the mindset that we should do it an easier way. I don't know why I'm sealing that up. Again, this version is never going to be played by anybody but me now, because everybody, my whole family, plays the current iteration. But, oops, whatever. We had a cookery in here, just to cook bricks or food or whatever you needed. And we had more stuff in here now for glass, glowstone, wool. My daughter began to carpet different areas at some point. I don't remember what point, but at some point. Okay, so again, we're pretty much as high as you can get, looking out over the town. And I'll do one more iteration in this video. I think I did 3 in the first. I'll do 3 in the second, and then I'll call that one good at the end of that. I'll be right back. Okay, so we're back. I'm standing pretty much in the exact same spot I just was, just way higher. I was down there where those 3 are having an afternoon chat. I am now way up here because there is a tower on top of the castle that allows me to get higher. Off in the distance now, way over there, you can actually see that little town. And again, it's not even a town. It's like 2 or 3 houses. But still, there's people over there. They wander around. You can see the front of the town is here. Our main, our main town. Front of the town is there, and you can follow the path. Goes out and along. And yes, I could have just, where this L is, I could have just come straight through. But no, I wanted it to kind of circle around the desert. And it kind of goes back out that way, and original spawn is over there. So, this is a lot further along. These are the castle gardens. That is the castle beacon. Yeah, we mined a lot. This was years of mining. All over the place. There are mine shafts. There are mine shafts and tunnels that you wouldn't believe. But these are the castle gardens that are on top of the castle. Shoot, I forgot to listen to one of these. I still don't know if you can hear me at all. Anyhow, so if you're in here, this should orient people. If you're in here where all the stuff is, there's some signs now that tell you what goes where. Iron, gold, birchwood, miscellaneous wood types. Anyhow, you can now climb higher. 5th floor, 4th floor, and it is up here that you will find the gardens. And the gardens are just a nice place to be. That's the whole point of the gardens. My daughter planted every flower you see. She did the fountains. And we wanted the sound of running water, so that's why we left it like that. Very nice place to be. A new tower over here, and if we go to the roof, we should be able to see out back. We can. And look at that. We have 2 houses complete and a house under construction. Oh man, this house remained under construction forever. Oh, and my son's Netherrack town was under construction. He was busy building that. There was also a little town, and by little town, a little outpost. There were 2 houses out there along the path to the grassland town that we did find far, far away. And there's no more desert, as you can see. It's just grassland, grassland, grassland. I don't mind the desert, of course. I just wanted it to be grassland, dang it. And then there's that original tower. There's a tower over there. If we come out this way, you can see that there is now a little bit of an expansion out here and another house. Some gates now in this area. Oh, and the lodge is improved. I will show everybody the improved lodge outside and in. But a nice little house out here. And I think they turned this into an archery range. My children did at some point. They may have torn it down, though. Something tells me they tore it down afterwards. I don't know. I don't fully remember. As you can see, the lodge is higher now with more balconies and such. Let me go over and show you around. You can, of course, go back a couple of videos ago, or to my first video in like the 3rd section, I think, when the lodge was up. I don't know. I'm losing track. And look at how the lodge was originally. The baths, still here. To this very day, the baths look just like that, I believe. Sorry. Anyhow, so now in the lodge, the dance hall used to be it, but now there's doors, and you have ultra luxury suites with multiple rooms, hallways, and a couple of balconies. Yeah, that's right. This suite has a front balcony and a rear balcony. We call this the rear because you're looking out to the sheep, to the gardens, to the fields. We call this the front because you're looking at the castle. And the castle looks pretty cool, in my opinion. And we built a giant room up here that was also going to be an auxiliary master bedroom for me and my wife. My children were able to pick their own houses and their own bedrooms and stuff like that, but me and my wife should have been allowed to pick and choose something for ourselves, right? Anyhow, moving right along. By the way, hopefully, if you've watched the first video, you've watched most of this video, you're here now. I do understand, so I'm going to say this even though I should have said it at the beginning. I do understand there are a million ways to do this, a million ways better than I have done it and my family has done it. It's fine. This is just the way we did everything. So, I get it. Here's a work shed. I don't know why this is here, but it's here. Oh, there's no tower here. There's a tower right here eventually. Okay, so hopefully you can hear me over the sheep. This leaves town. This is a train station. So if you waited here, this train would take you to train stations number 2 and 3. I know it's loud. So if you got in, you'd be taken up here. And this was well lit enough that there were pretty much never enemies up here. Okay, that tree I don't remember ever having grown over so far that it hurt you, but okay, whatever. Anyhow, so this was an outpost that we had. And if you went outside, this is pretty much where we gathered wood. So we would gather aspen wood, I think, or oak, or dark oak, just all kinds of different woods were there. This is train station 2 to town. And then if you went downstairs, you would find the manual train non-stop to the flower biome, and you would find the auto train to stations 3, 4, and etc. places beyond. I will show off, I think, the auto train. They weren't super speedy. So that's kind of a problem with the trains. But for younger children who didn't really even know how to place a minecart yet, like we had our 3-year-old playing and placing a minecart and moving it. So that train would take you here to stations 1 and 2, Town and Trees. And yes, if you just wanted to walk it, you could walk it. It's no problem. To Station 4, Lava. And Station 4 had some lava nearby. This was back before I thought lava could be infinite like water. And obviously, it cannot be. So I was thrilled when I found... Okay, there we go. And so that train took you here. This is train station 4, Lava and Desert. And now we are far from the castle and the town. Yes, I was trying to build a lava waterfall that was infinite. It was all ugly. It didn't work, and obviously there are reasons why. Anyhow, very far from the castle. Wow. That's the biggest cactus I've ever seen. Maybe one of my children did that. I didn't think they could grow that big on their own. Quite a distance from the castle. And at this point, the flower biome was brand new, and my daughter really wanted flowers. I did not cheat us in a flower biome. I did just walk till I found one, and then I built a way to get there via train. We're halfway there. I guess I'll ride the rest of the way, maybe speed it along. I did have it eventually where these buttons would summon a cart for you, but it never worked well, and eventually it was scrapped. And here we are. Oh, I forgot. This this ended right here. I probably won't make us watch that all again and come back here. As of right now, first of all, that mountain and that mountain have been mined away. I did allow some strip mining out here. But the track does go all the way to the end of this, and there's actually a pretty little building here that keeps everybody safe. And here is the flower biome for my daughter. Now, the question of why is that all underground? Why did you go to that length? You could have just put the track up top. Again, safety. My youngest child right now, on this very day, is only 5 years old. If he wants to go to the surface and walk that whole distance and we want to go on an adventure and have all the fighting and stuff, great. If he just wants to ride or walk somewhere and be safe while he's doing it, that's what the subway tunnels are all about, is keeping people safe when they want to be safe. As for my wife, she always wants to be safe, and so they're for her as well. And you can walk it if you want, and you can ride it if you want. That's that. I was building a second one so that 2 people could go at once, but it's pretty safe down here. It's not perfect. I mean, there are some areas that are dark enough we've seen a zombie or somebody spawn, but for the most part, it is very safe in this tunnel. You're never going to get dive bombed. No issues there. I did like to put glass in the areas whenever you were crossing over anything super deep. I did not build supports, though. I should have... well, maybe not for here. The rocks may have been able to support it. Anyhow, so that is yet another section of the world that we have built. And I will stop this one and double check, see how long these have been. I might add one more, or I will just do a completely separate one after this. And if I decide to do a completely separate one after this, you guys will hear my voice and you will see my gameplay on that next one.